There is a quiet strength that the world often overlooks. It does not shout. It does not demand attention. It does not need to stand above others in order to feel important. This strength is humility. Jesus showed us that humility is not weakness. Humility is the courage to stop living for the approval of others and begin living before God with an honest heart. It is knowing who you are without needing to prove that you are better than someone else. It is having strength, yet choosing gentleness. It is having the ability to be served, yet choosing to serve. Look at the life of Christ. He walked among ordinary people. He sat with fishermen, children, widows, workers, strangers, and those whom society often ignored. He did not measure people by their wealth, their position, their clothing, or their reputation. He looked deeper. He looked at the heart. And this is one of the greatest lessons we can learn from him. Many people spend their lives trying to become important in the eyes of the world. We want to be noticed. We want people to recognize our efforts. We want someone to tell us that we are successful, valuable, intelligent, or special. Sometimes we compare our lives with the lives of others, and without realizing it, our peace begins to disappear. But Jesus teaches us another way. You do not need to be greater than someone else to have value. You do not need to win every argument to have wisdom. You do not need everyone to admire you to have a meaningful life. Your worth does not come from standing above others. Your worth comes from knowing that you are loved by God. Humility begins when comparison ends. When you stop asking, "Am I better than them?" and begin asking, "How can I love them?" your heart begins to change. Jesus taught his followers that true greatness is found in service. This is completely different from the way the world often thinks. The world may tell us that greatness means being served. Christ shows us that greatness can mean kneeling down and serving another person. Imagine the hands of Jesus washing the dusty feet of his disciples. These were the hands that healed. These were the hands that blessed. Yet those same hands performed a task that many people considered lowly. There was no pride in that moment, only love, that is humility. Humility is being willing to do something good, even when nobody will applaud you for doing it. It is helping someone when there is no reward. It is giving without expecting something in return. It is listening when you would rather speak. It is forgiving when your pride tells you to hold on to resentment. It is saying, "I was wrong," when every part of your ego wants to defend itself. It is choosing peace when you could easily choose conflict. There will be moments when someone misunderstands you. There will be moments when you are criticized unfairly. Your first desire may be to defend yourself immediately. You may want to prove that you are right. But not every accusation requires an answer. Not every disagreement requires a battle. Sometimes humility gives you the wisdom to remain quiet. Silence does not always mean that you have lost. Sometimes silence means that you have decided your peace is more valuable than your pride. Jesus did not spend his life trying to impress everyone. He knew his purpose. Because he knew who he was, he did not need the approval of every person around him. There is freedom in living this way. When your heart becomes humble, you no longer have to compete with everyone. Another person's success does not diminish your own life. Someone else's blessing does not mean that God has forgotten you. You can celebrate another person without secretly asking, "Why not me?" You can see someone rise without feeling that you are falling. You can admire another person's gifts without despising your own. A humble heart understands that life is not a competition for God's love. There is enough grace, there is enough mercy, there is enough love. And there is a path prepared for you that does not require you to become someone else. Humility also changes the way we treat people who can do nothing for us. It is easy to show respect to someone powerful. It is easy to be kind when kindness may bring us an opportunity. But what happens when we meet someone who has nothing to offer us? How do we treat the worker who serves our meal? How do we speak to the elderly person who moves slowly? How do we respond to the child who interrupts us? How do we treat the poor, the forgotten, the lonely, and the stranger? These moments reveal the condition of our hearts. Jesus repeatedly noticed people others walked past. He saw the person beside the road. He saw the grieving. He saw the hungry. He saw the lonely. He saw children when others considered them unimportant. He gave dignity to people who had been pushed aside. To follow Christ is to learn to see people in the same way. Sometimes the greatest act of love is very small. Carry someone's burden, give someone your seat, share your food. Listen to someone who feels invisible. Help without announcing that you helped. Sit beside someone who is lonely. Offer water to someone who is tired. Speak gently to someone who expects anger. These actions may never become famous. They may never be seen by thousands of people. But heaven does not measure greatness the way the world does. God sees what happens when nobody is watching. He sees the kindness that receives no applause. He sees the sacrifice nobody knows about. He sees the prayer whispered in the darkness. He sees the person who could have taken the highest seat but chose the lowest. He sees the heart. This is why humility must begin inside us. We can appear humble while secretly desiring praise. We can serve others while hoping everyone notices our service. We can give while waiting for gratitude. True humility asks for something deeper. It asks us to become comfortable doing good without recognition. Imagine how peaceful life becomes when you no longer need everyone to notice you. You can serve quietly. You can love quietly. You can grow quietly. You can pray quietly, and you can allow God to decide what should be seen. There is another side of humility that is often forgotten, being willing to receive help. Sometimes pride says, I can do everything myself. But humility understands that we need one another. There will be days when you are the person carrying someone else's burden. There will also be days when you are the one who needs help carrying yours. Do not be ashamed of those days. Even strong people become tired. Even faithful people experience uncertainty. Even those who encourage others sometimes need encouragement. Humility allows us to say, I need help. It allows us to pray, God, I cannot carry this alone. That prayer is not weakness, it is trust. Some of the deepest spiritual growth begins when we finally stop pretending that we have everything under control. We come before God without masks, without titles, without achievements, without excuses. And we simply say, Lord, I need you. There is something beautiful about that moment because pride builds walls, but humility opens doors. Pride says, I already know. Humility says, teach me. Pride says, I cannot be wrong. Humility says, correct me. Pride says, look at what I have done. Humility says, thank you, God, for giving me the strength to do it. Pride separates people. Humility brings people closer. Ask yourself today, is there someone I have been looking down upon? Is there someone I need to forgive? Is there an apology I have been too proud to give? Is there someone whose success I have secretly envied? Is there a simple act of service I have avoided because I believed it was beneath me? These questions are not meant to condemn us. They are invitations to freedom because pride is heavy. It requires constant protection. You must protect your image, protect your reputation, protect your position. Prove yourself again and again. Humility allows you to put that burden down. You do not have to be the smartest person in every room. You do not have to have the final word. You do not have to win every disagreement. You do not have to prove your worth every day. You can simply walk with God. And when you fail, humility allows you to begin again. Perhaps you have made mistakes you deeply regret. Pride may try to hide those mistakes. Shame may tell you to run away from God. But humility does something different. Humility brings the truth into the light. It says, Lord, I have fallen. Please forgive me. Teach me to walk differently. And grace meets us there. God is not asking you to pretend that you have never failed. He is asking you to bring him an honest heart. A humble heart can be restored because it is willing to be changed. So when you wake tomorrow, do not ask only how far you can rise, ask whom you can lift. Do not ask only how much you can receive, ask what you can give. Do not ask only whether people notice you. Ask whether the people around you feel noticed. Maybe someone near you is carrying a burden you cannot see. A kind word may be enough to help them continue. A patient moment may restore their hope. A small act of generosity may remind them that they have not been forgotten. You may never know how deeply one humble act can touch another person's life. This is the way of Christ. He teaches us that the road toward greatness often leads downward before it leads upward. It leads toward service, toward compassion, toward surrender, toward becoming less concerned with being admired and more concerned with loving well. And strangely, when we stop trying so desperately to become great, our lives begin to carry a different kind of greatness, the greatness of kindness, the greatness of patience, the greatness of forgiveness, the greatness of mercy, the greatness of a heart that does not need to stand above another person, so walk gently. When you have power, use it to protect, not control. When you have knowledge, use it to guide, not humiliate. When you have wealth, use it to bless, not impress. When you have influence, use it to lift others. When someone praises you, receive it with gratitude, but do not build your identity upon it. When someone overlooks you, remember that being unseen by people does not mean you are unseen by God. When someone succeeds, celebrate them. When someone falls, help them rise. When someone hurts you, do not allow pride to turn your pain into hatred. And when life places you in the highest seat, never forget how to kneel beside someone sitting on the ground. This is humility. Not thinking that you have no value, but understanding that every person has value. Not making yourself small because you are afraid, but becoming gentle because you are secure in God's love. Not denying your gifts, but using them to serve. Not running away from responsibility, but carrying responsibility without needing praise. Look again at Christ. See him walking beside ordinary people. See him touching the forgotten. See him serving his disciples. See him sitting with children. See him helping the weak. See him withdrawing from crowds to pray. His life teaches us that